What if everything you've been told about trading success is wrong? The secret isn't a perfect strategy, it's the unshakable discipline to stick to your plan when the market tests your soul. Ready to discover why discipline will always trump strategy and transform your trading forever? Trading is a dream for many, a path to financial freedom, the thrill of outsmarting the market, and the promise of a life where you call the shots. But if you've been in the trading world for any length of time, you've heard the same tired phrases. Strategy is everything. Find the perfect system, or master the ultimate setup. At first, they sound logical. Without a system, how do you know when to enter or exit a trade? Without a strategy, how do you find consistency? Like so many beginners, I started my journey chasing that holy grail, a flawless strategy that would never fail. I spent countless nights studying charts, buying courses, testing indicators, and hunting for secret formulas that promised guaranteed wins. My heart raced with every new method, convinced this was the one that would change my life. But here's the truth I learned the hard way, a truth most traders don't want to hear. It's not your strategy that makes you profitable, it's your ability to stick to it when the pressure is on. That ability is called discipline, and it's the single factor separating winners from losers in this relentless game. I'm sharing this not just as advice, but as a piece of my soul, because I've felt the highs of winning trades and the crushing lows of blowing accounts. Discipline saved me, and it can save you too. Picture this. You've got the most accurate system in the world, boasting a 90% win rate on paper. It's back-tested, optimized, and looks bulletproof. But when real money is on the line and the market starts moving against you, your emotions kick in. Fear whispers to hold on to a losing trade, hoping it'll turn around. Greed pushes you to double your position after a win, chasing that rush. Frustration tempts you to take a trade that doesn't fit your plan, just to get even. Suddenly, that perfect system crumbles, not because it's flawed, but because you couldn't follow it. I've been there, staring at my screen, my stomach in knots as a trade went red, convincing myself it would rebound. It didn't. The loss grew, my confidence shrank, and I felt like a failure. But then I discovered something powerful. Discipline isn't about having the best strategy, it's about having the strength to execute it no matter how you feel. Think about the countless traders who start with simple systems, moving average crossovers, price action strategies that are profitable if followed consistently. Yet over 90% of traders still lose money. Why? It's not because the strategy stopped working, it's because fear, greed, or impatience took over and they abandoned their plan. I've made those mistakes and I've paid the price, but every time I stuck to my rules, even when it hurt, I felt a quiet strength growing inside me, a strength that turned losses into lessons and dreams into reality. Discipline is the unglamorous, unsexy part of trading that nobody wants to talk about. It doesn't sell courses or make for flashy YouTube thumbnails. There are no magic indicators in discipline, no secret algorithms, no one weird trick to flip your account overnight. It's boring, repetitive, and hard. It's doing the same thing every day, even when you're itching to do something else. It's following your rules to the letter, even when your emotions scream to break them. It's saying no to impulsive trades, no to revenge trading, no to the urge to triple your lot size after a win. I remember the first time I skipped a trade that didn't fit my plan. The market spiked and I watched others brag about their profits online. My heart sunk thinking I'd missed out. But later I saw those same traders lose it all on reckless bets. That's when I realized discipline isn't just about avoiding losses, it's about protecting your future. Most traders already have strategies that could make them profitable, but so few have the mindset to execute them without interference. They chase more knowledge, more tools, more indicators, when what they really need is self-control. Trading isn't about predicting the market perfectly, it's about controlling yourself when the market tempts you to do the wrong thing. That's the lesson that changed my life, and I'm sharing this because I want you to feel the same freedom I found. Let's imagine two traders. Trader A has the most advanced algorithmic strategy ever created, tested over a decade with precise entry and exit points that scream profitability. Trader B uses a basic breakout strategy you could learn in 10 minutes. Here's the twist. Trader A lacks discipline. After 2 losses in a row, they panic, tweak their system, take unplanned trades, and ramp up risk out of frustration. Trader B, on the other hand, follows their simple plan with military precision, never breaking a single rule, no matter how they feel. Who wins in the long run? Trader B. Every single time. Not because their strategy is better, but because their discipline is ironclad. I've seen this play out in my own trading and in the stories of others. I once thought complexity was the key. Fancy indicators, intricate patterns, insider tips. But when I studied the best traders in the world, I was shocked. Their strategies were often simple. Support and resistance, trend following, breakouts, supply and demand. The complexity wasn't in the strategy, it was in the mindset required to apply it consistently without self-sabotage. Discipline is the quiet hero of trading, the force that turns a mediocre system into a wealth-building machine. It's not about being the smartest trader in the room, it's about being the most controlled. Why is discipline so hard? Because trading is a psychological battlefield. Every time you click that buy or sell button, you're fighting thousands of years of human instinct. Our brains are wired for survival, not for probability. When a trade goes against you, your instinct is to hold on, hoping it turns around, because cutting a loss feels like admitting defeat. When you're in profit, your instinct is to close the trade fast, locking in gains before they vanish. I've felt that urge, that desperate need to protect a profit or avoid a loss. It's visceral, like a punch to the gut. But those instincts are the opposite of what good trading requires, cutting losses quickly and letting winners run. Discipline is about fighting your biology, rewiring your brain to act against what feels natural. It's not just following rules, it's mastering yourself in the face of fear, greed, and doubt. I've had moments where I stared at a losing trade, my heart pounding, begging the market to turn in my favor. It didn't. But when I finally embraced discipline, cutting losses fast, sticking to my plan, I felt a shift. The market didn't change, but I did. That's the power of discipline, and it's a power I want you to claim. Before we go deeper, let me ask you, are you struggling with fear, doubt, or overtrading? I've been there, and I know how it feels to watch a trade go wrong and feel like you're failing. The truth is, most traders don't fail because of bad strategies, they fail because of bad psychology. That's why I poured my heart into my ebook, Master Your Mind, Master Your Trades. It's not just a guide, it's a lifeline, packed with practical steps to control your emotions, build unshakable discipline, and trade like a pro. I wrote it because I've felt the pain of losing control and the joy of mastering it. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, check the link in the description and pin comment to grab your copy today. Now let's keep going. Think about your own trading journey. How many times have you had a solid plan, but the moment you entered a trade, everything changed? You swore you'd risk only 2% per trade, but after a big win, you threw 10% on the next one, feeling unstoppable. You promised never to move your stop loss, but when the price crept closer, you dragged it further, unable to accept being wrong. You vowed to avoid revenge trading, but after a loss, you jumped back in, desperate to get even. I've done all of these, and each time the result was the same: regret, frustration, and a smaller account. These aren't strategy failures, they're discipline failures, and they're the real reason most traders never make it. The market doesn't punish bad strategies as much as it punishes bad discipline. I've learned this through tears and triumphs, and I'm sharing it because I believe you can break this cycle. The market is a brutal teacher, but it's also a fair one. A trader with discipline and a mediocre strategy can still win in the long run because they control risk, stay consistent, and avoid emotional traps. But a trader with the best strategy in the world and no discipline, they'll blow their account. It's not a matter of if, but when. I've seen it happen to friends, to mentors, to myself in my early days. Stop chasing perfection in your strategy. Stop believing the next course, mentor, or indicator will change your life. None of that matters if you can't control yourself when the market moves against you. The real work of trading isn't on the charts, it's in your head. Your success hinges on whether you can stick to your plan when it's hardest to do so. I remember the moment I realized this. I was down after a string of losses, questioning everything. But then I stuck to my rules for one trade, then another, and slowly my account started to recover. Not because I found a better strategy, but because I found a better me. Discipline is the foundation of every great trader's success. Without it, everything crumbles. With it, even a simple system can build wealth over time. That's why discipline beats strategy every single time, because strategies don't fail traders, traders fail strategies. Discipline isn't just about following rules, it's about building a mindset that can withstand the market's relentless push and pull. Every price movement, every candlestick, every signal is a test of your self-control. The chart doesn't care about your feelings, your ego, or your need to be right. It simply reflects what's happening, and it's your job to respond correctly. I've failed this test more times than I can count, letting fear stop me from entering a trade or greed push me to overstay my welcome. But every time I chose discipline, I felt a spark of control, a sense that I was finally playing the game on my terms. The first step to mastering discipline is understanding that trading isn't about predicting outcomes, it's about executing a plan under uncertainty. Emotional control is the hidden edge every successful trader possesses. While beginners obsess over setups and indicators, top traders focus on managing themselves. Fear, greed, and hope aren't just obstacles, they're active enemies that sabotage every trade. Fear makes you hesitate, missing perfect setups because you're afraid of loss. Greed turns one winning trade into 5 impulsive ones, each riskier than the last. Hope traps you in losing positions, whispering, "It'll come back," as your account bleeds. I've fallen into these traps, and I've felt the pain of watching my hard-earned money vanish. But discipline gave me everything back. It gave me clarity, confidence, and a path to consistent profits.
Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when it feels wrong. It's taking a loss when your rules demand it, even when your gut screams to hold on. It's taking profits according to your plan, even when the market looks like it'll run forever. It's consistent action, day after day, trade after trade. Strategies can be copied, discipline cannot. It must be built, tested, and strengthened over time. I've spent years honing this skill, and it's been a journey of self-discovery as much as trading. The core of emotional control is neutrality, not being cold or emotionless, but detaching from the outcome and focusing on the process. Neutral traders don't celebrate wins too early or panic over losses. They follow their rules because they know no single trade defines them. Their self-worth isn't tied to profit and loss, it's tied to execution. This mindset creates calm, the ultimate advantage in trading. I felt that calm, that moment when the market's chaos no longer shook me. It's not about suppressing emotions, it's about channeling them into disciplined action. That's the trader I want you to become. Staying calm when a trade goes red is easier said than done. Every trader knows that pit in their stomach, that sinking feeling when the market moves against them. I've been there, my heart pounding as I watched a position slip further into the red, tempted to move my stop or add to the trade. But discipline is what separates those who grow accounts from those who blow them up. It's sticking to your plan, even when it hurts. Every deviation from your rules compounds risk, and I've learned that the hard way. Traders who master emotional control see each trade as a small part of a larger journey. One loss doesn't ruin them, one win doesn't make them reckless. They approach every decision with measured logic, not impulsive desire. Building this discipline isn't instant. It's forged through repetition and reflection. Journaling my trades changed everything for me. Writing down every entry, exit, and emotion forced me to face my mistakes and learn from them. It turned impulsive reactions into awareness, and over time, it transformed my trading from reactive to proactive. I started anticipating my emotions and acting before they could take over. This isn't just a skill, it's a superpower, and it's one you can develop too. Risk control is a natural byproduct of discipline. Traders who can't control their emotions over-leverage, overtrade, and ignore position sizing rules. I've made those mistakes, thinking a bigger position would make up for a loss, only to watch my account shrink further.
Disciplined traders know exactly how much risk each trade carries, how much they're willing to lose, and when to step away. Discipline ensures no single trade can destroy your account. It creates a framework where losses are temporary setbacks, not catastrophic failures. This risk-aware mindset let me trade with confidence, even in volatile markets. It's not about avoiding losses, it's about making them manageable. Discipline also stops the destructive cycle of revenge trading. I know the feeling. A loss hits, anger flares, and suddenly you're jumping into trades to get even. Those trades are never based on strategy. They're pure emotion, and they almost always fail. I've lost days to revenge trading, each impulsive click digging a deeper hole. But disciplined traders step back, follow their rules, and wait for the next valid setup. The market doesn't care about your anger or impatience. It rewards those who execute their plan with precision. Patience is another cornerstone of discipline. The market isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Early in my journey, I jumped into trades out of boredom or anxiety, forcing setups that didn't fit my criteria. The result? Losses and frustration. Discipline taught me to wait, to trust that the best trades are the ones you haven't taken yet. Patience isn't passive, it's an active form of control. It reduces mistakes and positions you for high-probability trades. I've felt the rush of waiting for the perfect setup and nailing it with precision. It's not just profitable, it's empowering. Discipline is also resilience. The market will never move in a straight line, and losing streaks are inevitable. I've had weeks where nothing went right, where every trade seemed cursed. Undisciplined traders fold under this pressure, abandoning systems or chasing losses. But discipline kept me going. I took the hits, followed my rules, and trusted that small losses were a part of a larger profit plan. That resilience didn't just keep my account alive, it let me compound gains over time. It's the invisible force that separates traders who quit from those who thrive. In the end, discipline isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about creating opportunity. By controlling your emotions, sticking to your rules, and trading with neutrality, you position yourself to profit consistently. The trader who masters discipline applies their edge relentlessly, avoids unnecessary risk, and survives the downturns that destroy others. The market rewards patience, consistency, and emotional control more than any indicator ever could. I've had moments where fear stopped me from taking a trade, where greed pushed me into reckless bets, where frustration led me to break my plan. Each time I learned a lesson. Discipline isn't a one-time achievement, it's a lifelong practice. Every trade is a test, every test a chance to strengthen your mind. I've poured my heart into this because I know the pain of failure and the joy of success. Discipline beats strategy every time because it ensures your best opportunities are executed, mistakes are minimized, and risk is managed. Strategies don't make profits, disciplined execution does. So ask yourself, are you trading your strategy or are you trading your emotions? The answer will define your future. Choose discipline and you're choosing a path to freedom, one trade at a time.